Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 13. The chapter which we are related with is rectification of error. It looks like second last question of this chapter. There is a new understanding to be created for this question. Please note this difference to newly opened suspense account. Please underline from your books at your books opened suspense account. So first time we will be making a ledger as well. As usual, first we will make rectified entries. We are now ready to start our question. Performa is as it is. First entry we will now be looking forward. An item of sale. It means it is related to sales. So what we will do, we will note it down that actual entry is sales. How much amount? 5900. So you may write 5900 over here. Still mistake is not identified. Let's see what happens. Was posted to sale account. Again, it has been written to sale as well. But what they have done? 9500 they have written. So now you will recognize the mistake. Look here, actual amount was 5, but they have written 9. More amount has been written overcast. In overcast, we do post to the opposite side. Sale is written on credit side. In overcast, we will write it to the debit side. There was only one mistake present in the question. Nothing else is here to write. So for the time being, you will put suspense account overcast. Now rectified would be your narration, and as usual you know that in overcast and undercast you will write the difference of 9500 5900, and same amount you are required to write to the opposite side. In this way guys, our first entry has been completed, sales to suspense. Now second entry, total of sale return. Okay, we do know sale return should be written on debit side. So now we will see what happens. Has been added 100 short. Short means less amount has been written. Undercast. In undercast we write at the same side. Sale return originally was to be written on debit. In undercast, we will write it say at same side. Nothing is present to be written on other side, so you will write to suspense. So our entry now would be sale return to suspense. For amount, 100 rupees are mentioned over here. So you will write as it is 100 at debit side, and same amount you will be writing on credit side. And here you can write undercast. Now rectified. Two entries are completed. Now we will see our third entry. Let's look. Amount of rupees 3700 received from customer. So cash is received from customer. You may write cash to customer, and how much amount that was? Amount received from customer is 3700. So just write down 3700 over here. What mistake they have done? Has been credited to his. His is used only for human beings, that means customer, 7300. So they have posted customer but with the amount 7300. Now there is only mistake in customer, no mistake in cash, so you may ignore it. Now we will see what kind of mistake, what type of mistake they have done. Originally they were needed to write 3, but they have written 7. Overcast. In overcast we write to the opposite side. So customer name would be in debit side. There was only one mistake, nothing left to be written on credit side. So for the time being, you will write suspense account. Secondly, in under or overcast, you write the difference of amounts. So here we have got difference 3600 and same amount would be posted on credit side. This was overcast and we have rectified it. Third entry is also completed. Now we will see our fourth entry, which is saying 150,000 paid for purchase of building. So actually what we have done, purchased a building. Building is asset. Asset should be debited. So building 2 was first entry. And then what we have done, have been charged to ordinary purchase. So building was purchased, but they have posted it in purchase. As usual, building was needed to be written. We have not written. To rectify it, we will write it. And purchase was not supposed to be written. To cancel its effect, we will write it to the opposite side, or green would be written in the same side, red would be written to the opposite side. So wrong purchase now rectified. Entry is completed. Let's see how much amount. This was entry number 4 and amount is 150,000. So you will write 150,000 on debit side and 150,000 on credit side. In this way our fourth entry is completed. Now let's see what fifth entry is saying. A sum of rupees 9,500 written off from building as depreciation. So actually depreciation is an expense. Depreciation means decrease in value, which is your expense. Expense should be written on debit side. So depreciation was required to be written on debit side. But what happened? Has not been posted to depreciation account. That means we haven't written depreciation. This was the mistake. To rectify it, now we will write depreciation on debit side. Nothing else is left to be written on credit side. So you will write suspense account. For amount, let's see, 9,500 is your amount. It would be written on debit side, and same amount we will write on credit side. Entry is completed. So wrong depreciation now rectified. 5 entries completed. Let's see what sixth entry is saying to us. Actually, it should be written over here. Sixth entry. Let's see. An amount received from debtor. Okay, an amount received from debtor. What does that mean? We have received amount from debtor. What you will do? Cash is coming in from whom? Debtor. And now we will see the mistake. Has been debited to his again for the human being who is debtor, debited to debtor account. So instead of writing debtor on credit side, we have written it on debit side. Now we will see if there is any other mistake. Yes, original amount was 9,700. So here you will mention 9,700, while by mistake they have written 7,900. As you know that when debtor was required to be written on credit, they have written on debit side. Instead of credit, they have written debit. It's a double error. And how you will rectify? No mistake in cash, so you can ignore it. Debtor was required to be written on credit, not written. To rectify it, we will now write it on credit side. On the other hand, debtor was not required to be written on debit. We have written. To rectify it, we will write it to the opposite side. Since it was double error, and you can see that it would be rectified with double amount, originally 9700, and then wrong amount 7900. You may write debtor only for once and add both amounts over here. Nothing is present to be written on debit side. So for the time being, you will write suspense account, and in front of suspense account, what you will do, you will take sum of both amounts. Here you will be writing wrong debtor, now rectified. So all entries are completed. As usual, in usual practice, question was ended. But at the start of the question, I have told you that we are needed to make suspense account. Simply, as usual, we make ledgers. So this is a sort of ledger, and here we can create it. You will write particulars, then rupees, again particulars and rupees. Simple T count we are making, and you will see suspense account only. Here we will be making suspense account. So first entry we have, look over here, suspense is written on credit. We will choose credit side, and here you will write 3600 first, and for reference you will write what is written on the opposite side. At opposite side sale is written, you will write sales. First entry is completed. Now see second entry, again suspense is present on credit side. You will write 100 on credit side. For reference, opposite element sales written. So here you will write sales return. Little more space we can make for this. Okay, it should be seen, that is why more space. Two entries are completed. Now third entry, again suspense is present on credit side with 3600. Okay, for reference, look at here, customer is present, so you will write name of customer over here. I would like to check it. Both amounts are 3600 for 1 and 3. Let's see. For 1 and 3. Let me see if 9559, 9559, 7337, 7337. Okay. So checking is good. When you ever have doubt, don't be hesitant to check it. Now look at here, building to purchase, no suspense account is present. You may leave it because we will make only suspense account. Then we have again suspense on credit side 9500. So just put 9500 on credit side and see what is written on the opposite side, depreciation. So write down depreciation over here. After 9500, we have suspense on debit side 17,600. Since there are two amounts for the reference 9779. So first we write 97 and then 79, and for both references same, debtor and debtor. Guys, in this way our entries completed. We are now open to calculate our balance. As usual, first we will take the sum of both sides. Here we have two amounts. We may take sum, and then we will take sum of credit side. Both sums we have calculated, and now we will take the larger amount. Larger amount is 17660, and we will write 17660 both at debit and credit side. But before that, let's put the lines which are required, and those lines are not present, so you can write thick border. Okay, so total of both sides we have done at here. Larger amount is posted on total of both sides, then smaller side would be chosen, which is credit, and here you will calculate the balance. At this stage, I would like to show you the question as it is. Look at here. In taking out trial balance, a bookkeeper finds that he is out of 800. Look at here. Out of 800, excess debit. That means debit is more than credit. 800 was the amount. So our answer in suspense account should be equal to 800, where debit side is more than credit side. Let's calculate the balance. Look at here. You will subtract smaller amount from the larger amount, and guys, we have got 800. This was our required answer. Balance is 800, and as it was said, equal to, let me show you again, excess debit 800, and what we are doing over here is our ledger, and answer of our ledger is 800. Excess debit, here debit side is 17, credit side is 16. That means debit side has an excess. Debit is more than credit. Answer is matched, 800. Last step is just to bring this 800 balance downward and write down balance BD. We have completed our ledger as well, so you may put a boundary line which will separate it. So I am requesting you to please give a little bit extra time for this question, because we have a new concept of making suspense ledger. Question is completed. It's time to end our lecture. I'm sure that you people have understood. All entries are completed, and side entries first time we have make suspense ledger as well. You are requested to practice this question for more than 2-3 times. And after practicing, if still you feel anything difficult, you are very open to ask and share your questions through messages, text, or you can directly meet to share your queries. I will be 100% available for answering your question, inshallah. It's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.